NFL census to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he spins through. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Feel that one knocked down hard. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Black. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Hunt. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Stafford here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Third and long, it's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half. And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting. Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Mahomes to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Kyle Brinza now on for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. A very solid gain of 27. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Hunt. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run again with Hunt. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
This is Hunt, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They run with Hunt, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And out now come the Vikings. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. Working right, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Let's go. Now they try the right side here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here we go now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Brenza's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Hunt. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Stafford steps away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Red zone opportunity. Mahomes now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And Brenza's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
Brenza now, after the field goal, readies for the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. Look at the spin. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Stafford now on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Stafford now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Now a handoff here to his running back. Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Kyle Brinza on now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Stafford on first down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a second down. Here's Hunt. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. On the run, this is Hunt. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here comes the Lions punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. It's Black. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done. And
slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, it's Stafford. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run. This is Hunt. And some space here. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
So much of the game today we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing on first down, Stafford. Now he'll go deep down the middle and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Stafford. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. To throw on second down is Stafford. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down at the 14. A gain of 3, second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
On third down, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He's got daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And his kick is right through. Here's the punter Gay now to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taking on the midfield logo. He won't go down. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Big 20. Set. 180. 54. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Let's go.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another time.